Hi everybody, so welcome to another installment from Richie's Gaming Gadgets and Gizmos. Now, I've done some serious research on finding the best gamepad that is designed for these things called iPads. I mean, there's a lot of aftermarket stuff out there, but I finally, and funny enough, I found this in the when I was searching for some other Apple stuff. But the company, it's called GameVice, and they make these really cool looking gamepad assemblies, and this one is especially for the iPad mini, right? um, Now I also have one for the iPad itself. I'm going to be doing a video on that right after this, but this is for people who have iPad minis and they love gaming on the go and they want a gamepad that is designed specifically for the iPad mini, right? What's good about that is you're going to have, like, I'm assuming the controls should be excellent in terms of responsiveness, and what I expect as far as like latency, there should be pretty much none, because this does not connect to the iPad mini via a Bluetooth connection or any wireless connection for that matter where you can get latency. There's actually a physical connection directly into the port of the iPad mini. So off the bat, you're going to get pretty good gameplay. The big question is, what games work well with this. And so in a subsequent video, because I just got this, I will actually give you some feedback on games. I'm assuming that like there should be a huge library of Apple games that work well, and so what I will be doing is seeing, do I have to pre-configure this for any games? Do I have to do any key mapping? So that being said, this video is about just taking it out of the box. Let's get a look at the aesthetics, look at the controls, and I'll just show you how you put it into the iPad mini into this. And yeah, so enough talking and chit chat. Let's just take it out of the box. So here we have the GameVice Gamepad. There's a lovely picture of an iPad mini on the front. Here's an actual iPad mini, so it's not to scale obviously in the picture. In the back of the box, it just gives you some more details. It shows you the side profile, so you can see it's nicely contoured for your hand, and that's the back panel. And I don't believe it's telescopic, so it's only designed just to fit the iPad mini. So we will confirm that once you take it out of the box. And some LED indicators. I guess that's for charging. I'm guessing there's an onboard battery. Anyway, we will find out. And yeah, those are the ports. 3.5mm jack. Okay, and as they say here, it's for the iPad mini. So by just looking at these three icons, there is obviously a GameVice for the iPhone 6, right? And there's one for the iPad. So I have one for the iPad, so I'll be showing you that in a subsequent video. But today's focus is on our good old friend, the iPad mini. So here's my trusty pen knife, all in one device. Comes with a little torchlight. Yeah, see, look at that little flashlight there. Looks like I'm doing Morse code. Take off this plastic coating here. Alright, we don't need that. Thank you, knife. Thank you. Now it should be easy to unbox, so let's do that now. Creak, open the doors. What do we have? Hundreds of games available at GameVice Live. So that's where you can find the list of compatible games, and I see that there are hundreds of them. So here is some paperware. See what we have here. GameVice Quick Start Guide. Okay, let me just remove this wrapping because it's a little distracting. Pretty cool, nice wrapping. And I love the little artistic framework here on the box. It's pretty cool. So, I know most of you are not really interested in the paperware, but it's good to look at it. So, it says here, shows you how to put the iPad in. Just slide it in, then you just click it in place and hold on tight. Okay. So if you look here, it tells you that you have 2 analog knobs, an 8-way D-pad, iPad sleep and wake button, okay, and all the other bits and pieces. What else? Anyway, we'll look at the actual unit in a second. I can then go through these. And then we have it obviously in other languages. Nice. And then we have some marketing material. Nice. Okay. And you have some stickers. They did put some money into their marketing here. In black and white. And of course we have our limited hardware warranty. All very important. Okay. Now let's get to the real reason we're watching this video. Let's look at this nice device. And it comes with a charge cable. And it's just a USB cable, so obviously you need to find like a 5-volt USB source. So that's any port on your computer that has a USB port. You can use this cable to charge the device. So let me just put this one side. So as you can see, the actual band that connects the two sides together, it's actually like a rubber band. It's rubbery, and it has the GameVice logo in black. I don't know if you can see it that well, but there's a GameVice logo there. And here's the little port I was talking about that clips right into the bottom of the iPad mini. Alright, clips right into that. Alright there. Alright, and nice D-pad. Feels pretty springy, and I'm guessing because it's new, you know, you're going to feel that strong resistance to press it. When you press down, you feel that spring. It really pushes back, but that's good. And you have our analogs. I always like to really, you know, measure the quality of a gamepad by its analog knobs. These are very nice and fluid, and they have a rubberized texture on the top, which is good for grip when you're playing your first-person shooters and, you know, your side-scrolling platform games or whatever you want to play. These are designed for long hours of gameplay, and of course we have our customary 4 action buttons with the ever familiar X, Y, A, and B symbols on them. We have a pause button here and power button, and we have our shoulder buttons here. Now what I like about these shoulder buttons, and you find the same feature on like the modern PS4 and Xbox One controllers, and even the PS3 and Xbox 360. You have our, you know, shoulder buttons here, but these lower ones are actually feel like triggers, right? Triggers of a gun, which is perfect for shooting games, right? First-person shooters especially. So what I'm going to do, before I look at this in a bit more detail, let's just put this in. So one other thing I've noticed, yes, there it is. At rest, it sits like that, but if I pull it, this side actually has a spring mechanism that extends it, and it clips it, and then when I let it go, it just falls back into place, which is how this keeps the iPad mini in place. So I'm actually going to disconnect this into here, and what I like too about this is that there's a nice little groove here, which keeps the iPad mini in place so it won't slide around. So let's clip that in like that, and then I just pull it, and then what I can do is just push it into that groove, and because there's a groove on this side as well, and it sticks into place. And if you look at the back here, we have sits, looks pretty stable. There's a little bit of play here, but the spring mechanism plus the fact that it's plugged directly into the iPad, it's pretty stable. Alright, pretty stable. So let me just rub off my thumb and fingerprints off the screen here. So this is what it looks like. Right. And then what I can do is actually power on and off the iPad with this button here. So I'm just going to press it down. There you go. It's going to turn on my iPad mini. So I actually have a remote control button here where I can, turn on and off the iPad mini using the power button here. And you would need that because obviously on this iPad mini the power button's on I think it's on the top. So you can't get access to it when it's in its cradle, but you have a power button right here. So while that boots up, let me go back to my trusty manual here. Just want to make sure I show the buttons correctly. Right, so D-pad, analog thumbsticks, and what's good about these is when you let them go, they fall back into their rest position right in the middle, like that, which is good. And when I move them around, they're smooth. I don't feel any like calibrations or indentations, or it doesn't feel rough. It's just smooth all around, true analog style. So this is our power button, and so but they call it the iPad sleep wake button, same thing. And then here is our pause button, obviously, pause button. And of course our action buttons, as I said, they feel nice. And they feel like they're designed for heavy button mashing. Really good for arcade games. The D-pad, as I said, nice and springy. And I feel that resistance, and it's good if you're doing those Street Fighter moves. You can have fun with this D-pad, playing all of our conventional games. Now, all right, inside, as I said, that was that connector that connects to the bottom. That's the lightning connector, which is obviously proprietary to Apple devices, and that's why this is designed to work only with the iPad mini. Let me stress that again. This is for the iPad mini, this particular model. Right, and so all right, 8-way analog D-pad, and then this thing, they call this the flex bridge. This is what they call it, the flex bridge. Flexible, and I guess it's a bridge. It connects the two ends of the gamepad together, and when you put in your iPad mini, it's one big gaming unit. What's good about this as well, if you notice, they have not blocked the camera. They've actually cut out a little space so you can actually still use your camera while it's in the cradle, which makes it good for using this iPad. If you're not using it for gaming, you can still use it and take pictures and take some movies while it's still in the cradle. So that's a big cool feature. So let me just unlock this for a second. Okay. So along the top, obviously, let me hold it this way. We did talk about the shoulder buttons. And on the unit, I believe here it is at the bottom, we have some more stuff. We have here LED indicator, and this shows you the battery life of the built-in battery that's in this. So there is a built-in battery inside of the GameVice. So yes, it does have a built-in battery. These are the indicators. So right now it's showing me that the battery on this is 25% charged. What's good about it though is when you use your USB cable that it comes with to charge it, you can, and to charge it, by the way, it should be straightforward. There should be a little port here at the bottom. Here's your mini USB port. You just plug your cable into that. And you just plug this into a USB port in your computer, or on the back of your television set. Anywhere you have a USB port, you can get charge to charge your GameVice. And then here's your jack, your 3.5mm audio jack right here. Let me just take this out so you can see a bit better. That's your 3.5mm audio jack. And we have something over here. This right here is your battery check button. right here. If you press that, it tells you the status of the battery. So I thought we had 25% charge, but I'm seeing when I press it, I guess when it's on like that, it tells me that the device is on. So that's just, you know, it tells me that it's on, but when I want to get the battery status, I press this button, and it then shows me. So it's 3 out of 4 LEDs light up, so it's 75% charged. Now, when I charge the battery on here, it will also charge, you can also charge your iPad at the same time, which is also very good. So this is the, it feels pretty nice. Let me see how it feels in my hand here. Yeah, this feels pretty nice. What I like, because of this nice, if you look at the side here, see that contour? You can tell that it put some research into, you know, the contour and the shape of a human hand, right? Because you can actually hold it for long periods of time, and it feels like, you know, a similar experience when you hold like a professional, you know, gamepad, like a PS4 gamepad or Xbox One gamepad. It has that nice contour feel and build to it, designed for the human hand. So, you know, when you are playing this for hours and hours on end, yeah, you can just hold, and then you get good access to trigger buttons. So I have, you know, normal size, average size man hands, and I can comfortably hold this, access the analog knobs, access the trigger, action buttons, as well as the D-pad. I don't have to overextend my thumbs, and I can access both the shoulder buttons and the trigger buttons with ease. And I can even access the pause button, even power button, without having to move my hands. And it feels very comfortable. Cannot wait to play some games on this. As far as games are concerned, there is a full list of compatible games that you can actually get from the GameVice website. So you can, let me see, download our app GameVice Live from the iTunes Store, blah 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 blah. So what I will be doing is, in my next video, I'm just going to show you the list of compatible games, as well as the GameVice website, and even this more, which is more fun than that, just showing you some gameplay on this thing. I think that would be really a lot of fun. Now, they say that there are hundreds of games that are already compatible that work with this, that you can get from the App Store. So what I will do is just filter through a couple of really cool ones and test it out and show you in the video. But my initial impressions, very, very high quality build design, very good contoured grips, as you can see on the back here. We have this, you know, great, it feels great in the hand because it's designed for the human hand. You have this flex bridge here, which just keeps the two pieces together. It's not a wireless gamepad. It connects directly into the lightning port of your, through the lightning port directly into your iPad mini, actually from this way. So you're not going to get any issues with lag or anything like that. Your buttons, you have like instant response on the screen when you press these buttons, and really good professional trigger buttons at the bottom here, and you have our shoulder buttons, nice and big. What I like about these two is when you press them, they don't really make any noise. There's no clicking noise or anything like that, so that's good. They're nice and quiet, so you can play this like in the library. Of course, you would need to use some headphones or something, or at night if you're lying down in bed next to your wife or your husband or your partner, they won't be disturbed by the buttons because they don't make a lot of noise. Right? I mean, the D-pad makes a little bit of noise, but there's no like annoying clicking sounds. You might get a little clicking from the action buttons, a little bit, but the trigger buttons and the shoulder buttons are even quieter. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my initial unboxing and impressions, my review pretty much of, you know, the aesthetics and the look and feel and of this GameVice gamepad designed specifically for the iPad mini. And I just showed you how easy it is to install the iPad mini into the device. Next video is some actual gameplay and, you know, going through that list of compatible games. Until next time, my friends, feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for more really cool product reviews. Until next time, this is Richie signing off. Hey everybody, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Now I'm going to ask you to do two things before you leave. One, there's a button right up here on the screen to my right here. Click on that.
and that will take you to our website, www.redtechbot.com. When you get on that site, there will be a button there where you can actually sign up for our newsletter. And when you do sign up for our newsletter by entering in your email address, you will automatically be entered into all of our tech giveaways. And by tech giveaways, these are some typical examples of what we will be giving away, and these are some examples. There's other stuff as well. And the good news is, you just have to enter your email address once, and it will automatically be entered into the pool every time we do a draw. And we will use that email address, of course, to contact the winner to tell them, hey, you've won something, and it's really cool. And of course, the newsletter will have updates on tech reviews, what's coming up new, what's coming up next, new stuff in the industry, and even information on future giveaways, right? So it's really nice newsletter that we're going to be sending out. And one other thing is, on this side on the screen here, up here on my left, you click on that and you will subscribe to the channel. Now, by subscribing, of course, you will be at the forefront of any new things that are happening, any new videos that are coming out. And what I will also be doing is I'll be doing videos where I'll be talking about what we're going to be doing as a next giveaway, right? So you want to be subscribed, tuned in to that as well. So it's going to be a fun year and fun years to come as well. So yeah, that being said, you guys have a great day. Bye.